So I wanted to make this video about visiting Thailand in the wet season, whether or not you should do it. So I'm going to keep it really quick and simple and informative for you, right? So I heard another person in the video say this before I came, and it helped me out. So I'm going to repeat it and just to delve more in. If you're coming for 10 days or less, then you may lose a couple of the days, which you may not be happy with, and you may not, that may not be good for you. So you might want to go somewhere else, okay? Egypt or somewhere else that is actually summer at that time. Okay. Um, Reason being is because I was just in Phuket. Right now I'm in Koh Samui, and it's earlier in the wet season. It's July now, June, and since I've been here, it hasn't rained yet. Boss here doesn't speak English. I can't ask him if it's rain. Um, but yeah, it hasn't rained in Koh Samui, which I'll talk about separately. But in Phuket, there were days and times where it would just start raining for like 3 days straight, or it would be like more, the sun won't be out. You understand? So it can happen like that. And but the thing was, where I stayed longer, it didn't affect me as much. So if you're staying for like 10 days, 7 days, even 2 weeks, it could be a risky thing, right? 2 weeks, I think you can get away with, but like I said, you could be losing 4 days out of those 2 weeks. How you can mitigate that? I was talking to someone about something similar as that. If you are in a really nice place, like a villa or whatever, a really nice resort or something that whereby like there's a lot of really good facilities, then you'll be all right because maybe on those 2, 3, 4 days you're just in that villa, you get to use a swimming pool, whatever it may be, right? Or maybe a really nice hotel, and you can just enjoy in being inside on those days. And you can still go out, take a cab to restaurants and stuff like that. Maybe there's Muay Thai fights going on. Maybe you want to go to a shooting range or whatever it may be. And then when it's sunny, you really get to enjoy those. But it can be really unpredictable. I'm not gonna lie to you, right? 30 days, out of 30 days, I want to say about 10 days were like not holiday weather. You understand? So they're not, and they weren't holiday optimal. Maybe it was just like I said, sun wasn't out, or you didn't know if it was gonna rain in the evening or not. Bit unpredictable. Do you know what I mean? Like maybe you got to bring a raincoat with you, not a raincoat, but like that you got to get one of those plastic rain cover coat kind of thingy hoodies because it also is a bit unpredictable. Do you know what I mean? So I was doing my Thai in Tiger Gym, and I was staying in Kamala, which is about 40 minutes distance, 35 on a bike. Um, and what happened is sometimes it would be like, fuck, I don't even know if I should leave or if I should, if I'm gonna make it because I might get caught in this mad rain and I'm on a bike. Okay, so that's what I'd say first and foremost. If you're staying for 30 days, like I just expressed, or more 10, 20 days, 30 days, and you got time, then yes, like I think it may be benefit. Like it's definitely going to be fine because you're going to get more good days than you're going to get bad. Okay, bear in mind that I stayed in June. It's July now, and yeah, that's the sort of the times that I went around. But I've heard similar things from other people. So yeah, man, like if you're staying like 30 days, you're gonna get a lot out of it. You're gonna get to relax some days. You can try different things. But for both options, whether you do the 2 weeks or less, 10 days or less, or you do the 30 days, one option you have is moving around. So the good thing about Thailand is that the accommodation, if you're smart about it, you can really get good deals. Okay. So what do I mean by smart about it? If you can maybe go, someone told me about Facebook. I don't have a great relationship with Facebook, so I didn't end up fully pursuing that. I think I got let into one of these groups. So you do have these groups where it's like people looking for accommodation and stuff like that. But one thing you can do is, or what I got success with recently is, I went on Booking.com and I found the owner. One of the owners had actually put their full name there, so obviously they knew what they were doing. I've gone on Instagram, found her, messaged her privately, and I got a much better price than Booking.com because Booking.com apparently takes around 30% of how much they charge. So if you can try and go around the corner with Airbnb with Booking.com or go in one of these Facebook groups or something to find accommodation and get it even cheaper, or you just pay it straight out, right? Because some of it is cheaper anyway, right? Still cheap. Some of it is still quite cheap. Then you might want to move around, and that can be a way to mitigate the whole weather issue. So you stay a bit in Phuket, Chiang Mai, those mainland areas, and then you go do some of the islands because what happens is the islands they get like here I'm in Koh Samui, so these get the rainy seasons later than the others, like the Phukets and everything like that. So where it's raining and everything in Phuket, here is not raining as much. Like, or it hasn't rained since I've been here. I've been about 3 days now, and it don't look like it's getting rainy. Like sometimes in Phuket, if it's not rainy, like I said, the sun's not out, but the sun's been out every day here, right? So like here looks like it's quite good. So that's something you can do. Like you can move around Koh Samui, Koh Fifi, go all the little islands, and then stay towards that side. So you do a little bit of the mainland, enjoy that, because personally I'm gonna make a video about it. I prefer Phuket and those mainland, well Phuket mainly. I haven't been to the other areas. I'm gonna go Bangkok, but I prefer Phuket over here. That's the truth of the matter. I prefer Phuket over here, and that's a whole nother video. Here is what Koh Samui is an island. I haven't really got to explore it yet, but already I would definitely recommend going to those Phukets because you get to experience the Thailand, the island, without like main like island issues. You know, what I'm trying to say to you without like underdeveloped island issues because it's very developed. Roads are fine. You know, everything's cool. They've got good access to food, water, all of these things, and resources, and they got more of a connection to getting supplies, so things are cheaper, stuff like that, right? Like I said, I'll talk about in another video. But that's what I'll do anyway, man. That's like whether or not you should go to Thailand in the wet season, dry season, or whatever. And yeah, let's get it.